This is one HTTP request. No password, no exploit chain, no 0-day. Just one post to a port that was open by default. And with it, you own a 66,000-star AI agent platform. Every API key, every user's conversations, and the one thing a patch can't give back. The AI's memory. This is RufRoot, a perfect 10 out of 10 severity flaw, found by Noma Security's research team in a platform called Ruflo that once launched under the name Claude Flow. And to be clear up front, this is not an Anthropic bug and not an OpenAI bug. Ruflo is an independent open source project that wraps around their coding agents. The flaw is all its own. So what is it? Ruflo is a meta-harness. It takes coding agents like Claude Code and Codex and orchestrates them, letting you spin up swarms of autonomous agents that coordinate on tasks. 66,500 people have started on GitHub. It's popular, it's real, and people run it on real infrastructure, which is exactly why the default matters. Here's the mistake, and it's a boringly common one. Ruflo's default docker-compose file-bound port 3001 to all network interfaces. That port exposed something called an MCP bridge, the Model Context Protocol, the thing that lets AI agents call tools. And this bridge published 233 tools with no authentication. Shell execution, database operations, agent management, memory, all of it reachable by anyone who could reach the port. The attack is as simple as it sounds. You send one unauthenticated post to that port, calling the tool named terminal execute, and you get a shell inside the bridge container. That's it. No credentials, no trickery. Full remote code execution on a max severity, boringly simple request. And a shell is just the front door. Once you're in, the container hands you everything. The API keys Ruflo uses to talk to the AI providers, sitting right there in the environment. Every user conversation stored on the platform because the database was open too. From there, you can spin up your own swarm of agents, running on the victim's keys and the victim's bill. And you can bury a backdoor in the app directory so you can come back. That's total compromise. But it's still not the worst part. Because before leaving, the attacker writes a poison pattern into Ruflo's learning store, the agent DB. That store shapes how the AI answers. So a malicious instruction planted there steers the responses the platform gives to every future user, long after the intruder is gone. And here's the brutal part. Patching the software does not remove it. As Noma put it, remediation requires more than a software update. You have to treat every API key as compromised and rotate it, audit the AI's memory for tampering, and rebuild the containers from a clean image. The hole gets closed. The poison stays until you scrub it out by hand. Now, credit where it's due. The maintainer, Reuven Cohen, shipped a fix within 24 hours of disclosure. Version 3.16.3 binds the bridge to localhost, gates that execute tool behind real controls, and turns on database authentication. Fast, responsible response. One honest caveat. If your instance was firewalled off, it was never reachable from the open internet. But any instance that was reachable was fully owned with zero authentication. And that's the lesson that outlives this one CVE. When a tool hands an AI agent shell access and memory, and ships it open to the network by default, insecure by default stops being a config nitpick. It becomes remote code execution and a poison brain. Check your defaults, especially the ones with 233 tools behind them. If you want these broken down straight, one real AI agent attack every single day, no hype, no fearmongering, that's this channel. Subscribe and hit the bell. It's free, and it's the single button that tells me to keep making these. And since we just watched a poison memory survive a patch, go watch the deep dive on AI memory poisoning next. I'll see you tomorrow. If this was useful, subscribe. New AI agent and security breakdowns every day.